All right, it is Sarah Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for this Moon Astrology Tarot, this time for the moon in Pisces, January 13th through the 15th. Pisces is dreamy, it can be illusions, it can be creative, it can be rule spirits, not only spirits as in like whatever, to like alcohol spirits. And so I will say it again, like definitely recommend sobriety, clear-mindedness, all of those things. Probably really important this year more than any other year, but you do you. I'm just recommending. Okay, so we also have Mercury making its way back into Capricorn, which can be a bit more grounding, but also could be more of like a like because now we're going to have Mercury, Mars, Sun, and Pluto in Capricorn. And so like it could definitely be grind, get shit done. It could also be like towards long-term goals, right? Capricorn is all about the long term. And so it's really like this, but with the moon in Pisces, and we also have Venus trining the North Node in Aries. And so just creating the things that you want and not creating things that you do not want, right? We also, in coaching, we talk about conditions of satisfaction. And we often say, like, don't say you don't want a smoker if you don't want a smoker. Just say you want somebody who chooses health or chooses whatever. Like you don't want to put down the things that you don't want. You want to focus on the things that you do want. And by sheer, law of attraction, manifestation, you will attract the things that you ask for. And if that person is those things that you ask for, most likely they won't have those things that you don't want anyway. Right. And so, but it's all about creating, bringing in the things that you really want to create in the long term, not just between now and February or now and springtime, but long term. And it's also kind of like one of those, it's the thing that you wake up to. It's the thing that gets you out of bed. It's the thing that, or things, I guess, plural, that you will do, no shit, no kidding, right? So if you are wanting to create your own business, it's got to be something that you're going to do, no shit, no kidding. Like, this is what I do, right? When I was doing Instagram lives, it was just a given. Like, everybody in my physical circle knew that this was the thing Sarah does every day, right? And they honored it and respected that that's what I did. And so, but it's got to be like a no shit, no kidding kind of thing, right? Like you're going to do it come hell or high water or whatever, whatever disruptions happen in the world. But anyway, this weekend is really about like tuning in intuitively to like what the thing is that you want to create. And most likely, if you tune into what it is you want to create, how you want things to go with a moon in Pisces, kind of having that dreamy energy, and Mercury now stepping back into Capricorn, there could be things that bring enlightenment to what you're wanting to create. Okay. And of course, this, goes without saying, but like heart-centered, things that, potentially bring goodness to the world, right? We're heading into a very Aquarian, the Aquarius of all Aquarius seasons. And Aquarius wants things that improve the world, right? Improve the community, improve the collective, and also improve us individually. So I really feel like this stretch of time, Pisces being dreamy, Pisces being intuitive. I'm trying to think of some words and they're not coming to me. Let's see what the tarot says, because my vocabulary sometimes doesn't serve me like I would like it to. But anyway, I think you kind of get what I'm saying. It's kind of one of those like it's got to light you up. Really tune into that sacral chakra, that creative, sexual, um, you know, turns you on, makes you feel juicy, all of those things. I love using those words because I'm like, you know, there's got to be something in your life that like makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And that's the thing, like once something really makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, it's easy, effortless to get after, right? Like, you got to do the thing, you got to study it, you got to try new things, you got to experiment, but you want to learn, you want to grow because it's something that like the more you learn, the more you grow, and the more you tune into it, the more you're like, oh yeah, I gotta have right? So, and this could be with anything. This could be with career, with friendships, with romantic partners, with, hobbies that you're pursuing, interests that you're pursuing, things you're trying, things like that. Like, I realize me trying new stuff right now is probably like really disruptive to my audience, but at the same time, I need to try some new stuff because I don't want to get like all boring and humdrum. And, when I try new stuff, it sometimes just, it sparks my creativity. It sparks me to, do more new stuff and try new things and see what fits. Sometimes nothing fits. And I go back to the beginning. But anywho, and in the tarot, we have the Knight of Batlets in reverse. Ooh, Knight of Batlets in reverse. Batlets is swords. Swords is air, which is intellect. Okay, so I feel like it's not logical what you're wanting to pursue, how things come together is not logical. It's going to be more intuitive. It's going to be more creative. It's going to be more I want to say Uranian, but I want to find a different word for Uranian. It's going to be more just flow. It's going to be more, like intuitive. Did I say that already? I think you know what I mean. I think it's a matter of intellectually, it makes no freaking sense. But in your gut, in your heart, your soul, that this is the thing that you want to do, you have to do, right? Like that's how deeply you're feeling it, is that you have to do something different, you have to change things up. And I feel like that's what this Knight of Batlets in reverse is all about. Is like, it's so, and you could have been like the most logical, all the responsible decisions like your whole life. Like you've done all of the American dream BS crap. Like you've had the house, the family, the white picket fence, blah, 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 blah. But now you're like, nope, I'm gonna quit it all and I'm gonna like start running my own business, or I'm gonna start being an artist or a writer or however that shows up for you, right? Like I feel like that's what that Knight of Batlets in reverse is speaking to, is like, and with a Pisces moon, how incredibly perfect, right? Like Pisces is not about logic. It's about how you feel about something. It's how you intuit, be intuitive about something. So let's get some supportive oils. This is a very good weekend for grounding oils, as Pisces is far from grounded, because it is spiritual, and whatnot. And I'm just gonna guess here that there's lots of confusing information, what is going on with this world. And again, like I've said so many times, like that, welcome to 2024. This year is all about being confused. And that's why I talk so much about being settled within yourself, solid within yourself, and what you're up to, your goals, your missions, and just, knowing yourself on that level of like, okay, this is how I react to shit. I react. I don't respond. I react, right? And it's all good to be emotional, and reactive, but we've got to know how to bring it down to earth. We have Rosemary. Oh, okay. I love this. enhances memory and confidence. Yeah. And rosemary is often associated with ancestors, particularly female ancestors. And so rosemary, I've known people who have like a rosemary sage or, that they burn those together to call in the ancestral energy. And so I really love this because it does enhance your memory, and maybe like it's your memory of a time when you were young and you wanted to do something. You wanted to be an author, you wanted to be an artist, musician, some sort of creator, and you chose to go and live the American dream, do the white picket fence and the kids and the family and all that. And now you're just like, nah, I'm forgetting. This is boring. This is stupid. And I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be an artist. I want to be a writer. I want to paint. I want to do these things. So definitely a weekend for creativity. I definitely, would strongly recommend like taking some time to be artistic in some way, shape, or form, however that shows up for you. Maybe even get a little messy with it, play with some Play-Doh, or play with, what is that other stuff called? Not slime, but I can't think of it, but it's like cornstarch and something, and it's super gross and messy and gets on clothes, and it's a pain in the ass to clean, but it's super fun if you keep it in a well-contained space. So anywho, I hope you enjoy this Pisces moon time and just really feel into your dreams, feel into what feels good for you, what lights you up, again, what turns you on, what makes you juicy, all those things. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. Again, check the links below for all of the things, how to book with me, how to connect with me, my Hearts Unleashed guest appearance. And all of those things. And I will keep you updated on, the full moon in Leo coming up. And of course, this Aquarius season coming up and all of that. So thank you so much for tuning in. I very much appreciate you. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.